basis to honor another one of our great federal employees. I know in the great Empire State of New York, there are literally thousands of folks who oftentimes work anonymously to make sure that day in and day out our federal government functions. This is a service or a recognition that I took over from our colleague Senator Ted Kaufman after he had served here in the Senate, and I am proud to continue this tradition where on a regular basis we come forward and honor one of those federal employees who contributes to making our nation safer, making our nation more efficient, allowing many of us in America to enjoy the benefits of our country, oftentimes, again, without a lot of recognition. The individual that I'm recognizing today is Robert Harris, who is the Deputy Legal Advisor at the United States State Department. Mr. Harris has played a critical role in advancing American foreign policy around the world. He has served as the lead negotiator on several important bilateral and multilateral agreements on anti-terrorism, extradition, and global environmental protection. He also provides advice on issues ranging from treaties to law enforcement and intelligence. But it is Mr. Harris's work to advance human rights around the world that sets him apart. In recent years, the United States had fallen out of compliance with 5 global human rights treaties, making it difficult for our nation's diplomats to press other nations to fulfill their human rights obligations, something that I know the presiding officer has a particular interest in. Mr. Harris oversaw 5 major reports documenting U.S. human rights activities and got our country back on track with the rest of the world. Mr. Harris is also leading the U.S. delegation in the U.S.-China Legal Experts Dialogue, which provides an opportunity for both countries to exchange expertise and discuss reforms on a variety of issues. Mr. Harris has successfully engaged the Chinese to implement an existing Chinese law that reduces prison terms and to more frequently grant parole to individuals serving for nonviolent offenses, again, advancing human rights in China. Michael Kozak, a senior aide at the State Department, commented that Mr. Harris, quote, negotiations have done more concrete advancement of Chinese human rights than any previous human rights dialogue that I've ever seen. Mr. Harris also supervises the legal team that supported the President's signature on the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities in 2009 and guided the administration's legal approach to handling a United Nations Conference on Racism. More recently, he led U.S. and international efforts at the UN to prosecute pirates engaged off the coast of Somalia. As a 25-year veteran of the State Department, Robert Harris's contributions have gone a long way to advance America's foreign policy and preserve our nation's record as a leader in human rights. I hope my colleagues will join me in thanking him for his service. And again, Mr. President, as you see me on this floor, and I know you share this commitment to those federal employees who work in the great state of Minnesota, too often when we have our political dialogues here, when we get close and sometimes cavalier attitudes towards shutting down our nation's government and the economic consequences it would have on our overall economy in the private sector, also the immediate consequences it has on the literally hundreds of thousands of great Americans who serve us as federal employees. Today we take a moment to celebrate Mr. Harris's service, particularly in the area of human rights. I think it is a record of service that we can all be proud of, and he, like so many other federal employees, we sometimes come down here and have a tendency to trash the federal government. I sometimes believe that we do that at the expense of those people who work oftentimes for less pay, longer hours, and without a lot of recognition. In this some small way, we're trying to recognize Mr. Harris and the countless others who serve our nation day in and day out. With that, Mr. President, I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.